you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it's Friday again, the same as yesterday. Time doesn't exist. Friday is whenever the fuck I feel like it's Friday, alright? What even is the fucking thing we call Friday in the continuum of eternity? The days of the week only mean something to you. To me, they mean nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. I only go by dark and light and hot and cold. If it's light outside and it's hot, it must be sometime in the summer after 12 o'clock. What is 12 o'clock even? I don't even like the numbers for the fucking times of the day. 12 o'clock in daylight, that is when the sun is burning the entire circumference of my balding head. There is nowhere to hide at 12 o'clock. The sun is directly above my head, killing off the last remaining boys I have. When the sun is anything to the left or right of that, I don't really give a fuck. There's going to be some dark at the end of either one of those. I went into a DMT trip once that felt like an eternity. It was an eternity. Time dissolved, space dissolved, and there was no way of gauging how long I was in there for. It could have been a million lifetimes, but when I opened my eyes, Dino was still there, and he said it was about 8 minutes. So what even is reality? Is it dissolving into a speck of light energy and seeing God? Or is it Dino saying you were out for 8 minutes? I don't know. It's confusing. But I hope when they say you're going to hell for eternity, that's what they mean. That you're going to go somewhere and then you're going to pop out and Dino's going to be like, that was 6.5 minutes, man. And then I'll be absolved of all my sin. I have no idea why I thought it was Friday yesterday. I'm fucking cooked. That's why. I've had too much time with the family. I've had too many late nights on the black teas and the darts, and I'm just scrambled. I need to clean up my act. I need to get off the black teas, back onto the green teas. I ran out of green tea like a month ago, and I just never replaced it, and I've just been smashing the black teas. My teeth are so fucking yellow at the moment. I look like a fucking bridge troll. I'm off the darts again as of today. I've fasted all day today. I need to get back on track because I've got that MDMA and I've got those 2 tabs of acid, and it's my birthday in 17 days. And my plan was to have a romantic getaway with my wife and take some acid and do some MDMA. But while I'm smashing the chicken burgers and the darts and the black teas this hard, it's dangerous. It's a slippery slope. So the plan is just to go hard for the next 16 days. Fasting, green teas, exercise, reading, writing, onion juice back in the hair. It's all starting again tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Monday. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to try tomorrow, but I've got no willpower at the moment, and it's probably going to take me a little bit of psyching up to start fucking doing all this shit again. So it's probably going to be Monday, which leaves me however many days, like 14 days of hardcore exercise and green teas before my birthday. And I want to be in the best condition of my life when I hit my birthday. That's my short-term goal. I was probably in the best condition of my life about 5 weeks ago. Now, not so much. It's going to take a hell of an effort to get back there in 2 weeks. Anyway, fuck it. It's Friday again, and it's time for another Fucked Up Friday. If you want to send me in a Fucked Up Friday story, send it in to my email. It's boylecomedy@gmail.com. If you want to skip the line and be in my good books for life, join the Patreon, $8 a month. That's it. The links are in my social media bios, or just send me a message directly and I'll send you the link and we can have a chat. And I'll try and convince you to join as a rich cunt, not just the pint. So anyway, let's move on to this week's second Fucked Up Friday. So before I start, I just want to make a clarification. I made another mistake yesterday. It wasn't just that it was Thursday. It was the guy who sent in the story yesterday wasn't English. He was Welsh, and he said, fuck the English. And I think that's a sentiment shared by the Scottish, the Irish, and most of the rest of the world. So anyway, let's get stuck into this Friday's story. This story was sent in all the way from the most isolated city in the world, the meth capital of Australia, Perth. It was sent in by my man Paul James, who does not wish to remain anonymous. He says, Use my whole name, I don't give a fuck. Not on any social media, and got my lawn mowing business. I'm above the law. You are above the law. Watch out for the lawnmowers. They're doing their own thing out there. Anyway, let's get into it. So I popped into my mum's one night for a quick catch up and thought I'd have a couple of glasses of red and fuck off. Somehow got convinced into having a game of Scrabble. She's a cunning bitch, that mum. Being who I am, I quickly polished off 2.5 bottles, and although I was feeling like a star, we never finished the game because mum was being a fucking dickhead and using all these dumb Scrabble words that I wouldn't accept as words, even though they were in the dictionary. So I cracked the shits and left and jumped into the mighty XB Falcon. The old XB Falcon, they're cool cars now, everyone likes them. My dad had one too, but he had one when it was just poor people who drove them. So it was about a 20-minute drive home, and obviously shouldn't have been driving, but that's the way I was back in the day. Actually already lost my license for pissy driving when I was 17 and still going to school, but that's a story for another day. All was well for about 10 minutes, but then it all went downhill and started feeling really crook. Throwing up crook. Crook means sick in Australia. I did manage to make it home and now had to get into the house through the front window, as me and my retard mates had lost all the keys to the front door of the rental and it was permanently locked. Don't worry, the pizza delivery guy knew to come straight to the window for payment, and at least the big jump over the window kept the fatties out. I bet the jump did, and I bet you were giving a few a fucking boost. I bet you were down on all fours. Just use me as a ladder. I'll get you in there. I don't know how you're going to get out, but I'll get you in there. I only made it as far as the kitchen and passed out on the floor. And as you can imagine, this floor isn't the greatest when you're in a share house with equally fucked up friends. But it was also made worse by my idiot mate. One night he decided to dry out some weed under the grill, but he then fell asleep. Weed caught fire. Grill handle also caught fire, and then dripped molten plastic onto the lino floor, which also caught fire. Anyway, I woke up real early, so I thought I'd check on the car, so out the window I went. The driver's side of the white car was absolutely plastered in red vomit, so I'd driven home spraying my guts out the window, and when I say plastered, it was fucking covered. Why I didn't stop to puke, I'll never know. Then I noticed the car was leaning weird. Went around the other side and both tires were flat, so either I'd been driving over a heap of cats with sharp heads. I really hesitated to even say that one. Cats with sharp heads. I haven't said it in a while, but leave it to the fucking expert, please. Driving over a heap of cats with sharp heads. What the fuck were you thinking? Or I was most likely bashing curbs all the way home. Anyway, I looked at the car, said fuck it, time to go back to bed. I like that story except for the cat joke, because it reminds me of every single time I go and see my mum, except for the Scrabble part. So thanks for sending it in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.